I've been
Yeah,
requested that we start with the West Coast today. So we'll start with
let's
Happy
do that
Valley.
then.
So I'll get up. There we go.
Yep, you'll need
So
to bring it up. I've not got them on the phone anymore.
no worries. So who we got? Oh, there you go. Everett's here.
Everett's
You'll
in
be
the
happy
house.
here because you had another good one. So obviously the first game of Gothenburg Angels now 2-3, 224.94 up against the Melbourne Supremacy 201.86. The South London Rebels go 5-0 with 207.04 against the Bodyred Cowboys, 150.31. Rotherham Raiders Royal Raiders losing their second game in a row, 173.15 against the Bognor Regis Balkans 4-1, 249.59. The Kirkwall Cowboys 176.99, losing a close one to 182.44 Whitford Educators. The Darlow Destroyers 211.07 up against the 220.32 Yeovil Winners, both going 3-2. Poor Allen on a 4-game losing streak. Kirkwall Raiders 211.62 coming up against Welcome Everett 271.43. Another mammoth score by Everett. So I think we'll maybe start with that one, see if he's watching.
I mean, it's a big score for a guy who's got Devontae Adams and Mike Evans at wide receiver, and I know that's his two of his wide receivers. So
Yeah, but then
he's
he's
going
got
along
100
well to
points
be.
between Joe Burrow and Chase, so that helps.
Well, there you go. And it's going to be a regular occurrence tonight, Johnny, whereby when we look at big scores, we're going to see either the Burrows Chase stack, or we're going to at least see one of them. I would think that the top score in every division this week will have one of those two players in it. It just will.
I know it's just a mental score, but then that's like 2 weeks in a row. He's currently the second highest scorer in the league, and he's sitting in seventh place. But there's a Joe Burrow, Kenneth Walker, Brian Robson, Jamar Chase, Keelan Coleman, Mike Evans, Ferguson, Najee Harris, for Q, and I got 11 points for Edwards and 17 for Quay Walker. So yeah,
I mean,
Allen Schwetmer.
the Coleman points all came from one catch as well. It was a 50-yard touchdown or something. They all came from one catch. So yeah, I
Yeah,
mean Everett's going along really well. Not missing Adams at all there. Obviously, he's got the players to replace. Not a whole lot of injury problems there. Obviously Adams will be fit as soon as he gets a trade. So no problem there. So yeah, I mean he's going along great guns. He's got a great shout of what's he 4-1 now.
no, he's 2-3. He started 0-3. He's won his last two.
Oh, he's won his last two,
Yeah,
right? But I mean, it's when you're scoring in the 270 odd points, it's nothing to worry about being 2-3. You're well in the hunt. And as for Allen, again, I mean, he's lost this one, the Kirkwall Raiders, but 211 points. It's nothing to lose any sleep over. You're going to win a lot more games scoring 211 points than you're going to lose.
yeah. Welcome Derek, and welcome also Martin, who's listening. He's at work, but he's going to listen to us while he's working. Yeah, like I say,
Listen while you
Raiders
work.
had Daniels, White, Connor, Hill, Harrison didn't do much. Moore, so he had some good players. He just obviously Naylor did nothing.
Downs
We
had a
had
big
Kirk Cousins
game,
on the
that
bench.
was I mean, starting down. I mean, Cousins on the bench. That's 40 odd points on the bench, and that's going to be a regular occurrence. He's got Mostert and Wright down there, both on bye week this week. But that's a headache to have. I'm still on the HN train. Even hopefully his concussions just that, and he's back after the bye week,
Yeah,
no problem. But yeah, I mean, Allen's not in a place to be worrying. He's scoring 211 points in a game. Tyreek Hill's a bit of a worry. You're kind of waiting on
yeah,
uh, you're waiting on
Tua.
Tour coming back there, and it's one of those ones where I mean, if you've got Hill, you've drafted him. You've had a first five pick, and you've drafted Tyreek Hill. And
Yeah,
if you look at the first picks that were going, like CMC's not seen the pitch yet. Tyreek Hill's lost his quarterback, and with it, everything else that goes along with it. Chase was absent for the first couple of weeks. Uh, you
yeah.
know, the early picks have not exactly been
No.
surrounding
It's
themselves with
crazy.
glory, that's for
It's
sure.
crazy how much Miami are missing. Ken, obviously Tua, I'm not the best, but oh boy, they're missing him. The run game misses him. The passing game misses him. You know what I mean? It's
It's
just
not Tua, it's the system. They need a quarterback who can step in and play the system. I don't think Tua's that great. It's just that he plays the
he's
system
not.
very
But
well. And the problem is that they've not got someone in who can cover that, and that's a bit silly in their part when you've got a guy who gets that
keeps
many,
knocked out.
has been concussed that many times. You would think they would have someone ready to roll up and go, but there you go, they don't.
So
And it's a
Gothenburg
problem for
Angels, they were
everyone
the
who owns
last
them.
years. So they had 224 against the Melbourne Supremacy. So Gothenburg Angels are also 2-3 now. They're
Yeah, and the
quite a
Melbourne
high scoring
Supremacy
team
now
too.
3-2 after again a 200
Yeah.
point loss. There's you don't lose sleep over that. That's just you've
That's a
lost a better score, but you're scoring fine as long as you're scoring okay.
2-game losing streak for Melbourne Supremacy as well.
Yeah, I mean
But
that's
yeah,
a
like I
little bit
say,
worrying.
losing
You
Andrews,
start slipping in.
losing Jones, that made a big
What's
difference.
the script with Stefan Diggs and the stories in the story I read today about
Oh,
him? And
I saw something on. Yeah, I'm not sure how that one. Yeah, it's a bit
what I say,
weird.
it doesn't surprise me. I've never been a fan of Diggs at all. So there you go.
Yeah, but
I knew there was a
doing
reason,
that,
and
it was a bit. Yeah,
they'll giving
it's
me one.
definitely a bit
But
weird.
yeah, I mean, yeah. So I get. I mean, Diggs is. It's got to be a good thing for Diggs that Collins is on IR now. I mean, that's him gone. So 4 weeks minimum. So Diggs and
Yeah,
Dell, they should be getting uptick from that. Keenan
and
Allen
Schultz.
worries me a whole lot. It just
Well, there you
he's
go.
not
That's
getting
where
anything, even when they're doing okay.
you got 3 You got 3 points from Pirine as well. It's not very
Yeah,
good.
I mean,
And then it's
Pirine was a dart throw that's just not going to work out now. It's going to be Hunt. CEH is coming back and he'll get some of it, but I just don't see Pirine getting any of it, to be honest with you. Steele will still get a little bit, but it's a backfield I wouldn't want any part of at the moment. The Chiefs backfield. If you forced me to have one, I would take Hunt, but yeah, I wouldn't want a piece of any of them. Obviously, Neighbours there was on missed the game with a concussion, so that's he'll get him back soon.
the rest were
That
on
was
a
a big
bye.
miss.
Yeah,
That was a big miss for Melbourne supremacy, and that's the difference between winning and losing when both are scoring over 200 points.
yeah.
A little
Like I
bit from
say,
Neighbours, and all of a sudden you're winning that game.
well, he's still not clear from concussion protocol yet either, to be honest. But then obviously, nice win
This-
for South London Rebels, going 5-0, and
Yeah,
Bognor Regis Falcons against Aaron. So what happened to Aaron? So
against our
Deshaun
Graham and
Watson.
Aaron, yeah, I mean Deshaun Watson's a problem, and so is Brees Hall. To be honest with you, Brees Hall's in that range at the moment where I mean Salah going, it has to do something for him because that's 2 weeks in a row now. Brees Hall has been very, very, very slow production for again where
In
you
fairness,
drafted him.
though,
You'd expecting a whole lot better.
they're going on about Allen, but both of them have struggled the last 2 weeks the way they've been playing. Again, they both had 9 carries for like 20 odd yards.
And
So
that's
it's
it.
not.
They're sharing the load as
So,
well. It's
but yeah, I
I'm
think the
expecting
new.
more out of Brees Hall in the passing game. To be honest with you, it's a passing game I'd be looking for. But I'll tell you what, the South London Rebels. This is the South London Rebels, isn't it?
No, this is
Oh
the
no, it's
Bognor
Royal
Regis
Raiders. It's
Falcons
Aaron.
against
Yeah, so
Aaron's
at
team.
least Drake London's got off the mark for him, because that was a bit of a worry as
Aye.
well. But it looks like he's going to be okay now. Kyle Pitt's got a bit of touches, but London and Pitt's in the same team. Yeah, it's, he's what 3-2, Aaron? Is he 3-2? Is he? So
Yeah, 3. It's 2 game losing
no
streak, but
time,
still,
no
he's
time to
sitting.
panic. But you don't want to be on. You need to get off that. You want to get off that losing train. You want to get back on the winning train.
Well, there you go. South London Rebels. They started Braylon Allen. They did have Garrett
Yeah, I
Wilson
mean
get
it's
35
going to be
points.
one of those ones. It's
He's
they're
lost
going to they're
Collins.
going to hurt each other. I think Colin Allen. There's only so much to go around there because Rogers likes to throw it, so there's only so much to go around. But he's got a Nico Collins
Oh,
problem there as well. South London Rebels. Obviously,
yeah,
Nico's out, but Tank Bigsby. What a big game from Tank Bigsby this week! Is that is
that
he
was
a real
mental.
thing now? What does that do for
Um,
Etienne?
well, I think Etienne's still the number one, and he has injured his shoulder, so I don't know how fully recovered he's been. But yeah, Bigsby's definitely taking his chances.
He's
So
definitely taking
that was
touches
his.
off him now, that's for sure. So
Yeah.
yeah, I
Oh,
think it's
definitely.
that's an option to be plugged into the first team. this week for
It's
South
got
London
Williams on a
Rebels.
bye, so he'll be back. Palmer will be
He's
back.
got Palmer on the Palmer will be back as well, and of course Singletary there. So plenty of options on the bench,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
plenty of options on the bench and a good win. And Graham's, kind of he's 2 and 3. He's chucking it. He's chucking away, but
Yeah, just a bad week.
it's tight, So how's the league looking? We've got 1-5-0. South London Rebels 5-0.
Yeah,
Tony's
and then
made
Orkney-Bowl
his
comes
customary great
4-1.
start.
We got
Is everyone off the
4
mark? Is
teams
there
on
any
3-2.
zeros down the bottom? There's
No,
only one, two,
Whitford
three, four
Educators are 1
teams.
and 4. 3
Six
teams on
teams
1
with
and
a
4.
win. Yeah, so 3 teams are 1 and 4. So I mean, at worst, you're 2 games behind the playoffs. So it's a long way from 1 and 4. You need to start winning games. You need to start winning games pretty soon, I would say. But if you're 5-0, right? If you're 5-0 right now, you're waiting for the playoffs. It's a case of just waiting for the playoffs, isn't it?
So this week we have Gothenburg Angels against the Bonnyrigg Cowboys. We've got the Melbourne Supremacy against Royal Raiders. South London Rebels predict to lose against Whitford Educators. Darla Destroyers against the Bognor Regis Balkans. Well, we've got the battle of the Kirkwall Raiders against the Kirkwall Cowboys, both 1 and 4.
Yeah.
Then you've got the Yeovil winners up against the high-flying, bombastic Turbo Titans.
Titans. I mean
Looking
that it's a
nightmares.
big game. That Kirkwall Derby's a big game because you've got 2 1-4 teams there. The one who wins it is got a chance to turn the season round. I would say the one who
Oh,
loses it, it's getting close to being. You're looking to just stay in your division at that point and avoid relegation because that what you've got to remember what people have got to remember this is promotion and relegation. That's what this is all about. That's the edge of the OrkneyBowl as you call it. So even when you
is
are
Ross on
one and
holiday?
four, 0-5, eh?
Is Ross on holiday? I wonder.
I don't know.
Because he's not checked his team because he's got 1, 2, 2 in a bye.
It's only
But
Thursday.
but both his quarterbacks are on a bye.
It's only
I think he
Thursday
should
though.
know.
It's some people don't check their team till closer to the weekend. But yeah, I mean it's a big game this one because as I say, from 1-5, it's a long season. And but you then at 1-5 normally you give up. That's kind of right. Okay, I'll stop following this one so much now, and I'll start following the other ones that are more that I'm in. But you can't do that here because this is all you then want to avoid relegation. It's all about staying up at that point. So you got to keep going. You
Definitely.
got to keep turning away, and you got to try and stay in your division. So even the ones down the bottom have got a lot to play for. But the 2-1-4s, that's a huge game. The winner of that can get themselves back in the hunt, and the loser of that is a long old way away.
Yeah, it will be quite hard going there. And obviously, Whitford Educators, they're playing the team at the top.
Yeah, so it's
So it's
down
not
to
going to be easy for
Whitford
them either.
Educators to 1-4 as well. So
Yeah.
Whitworth, it's those kind of games that you get. That the 1-4 team turns round and knocks off the 5-0. So here's hoping.
Well,
Sorry, Tony, but it'd be nice for as many
well,
to stay
they're
in it
both
as possible.
they both picked their teams, so we'll see how we get on with that. Well, it's going to be a close one, but you just don't know what Josh Allen you're going to get if he's got anybody to throw to.
Well, I
That
mean,
all
Josh
depends if
Allen's a
he's playing.
problem this year, isn't he? I think
If
this is the
Shakir's
year that
not playing, Allen's horrible. So yeah, they
this
need
seems to be the
Shakir.
year that fantasy's catching up with Josh Allen, and he's kind of becoming the quarterback that he really is in the NFL and fantasy as well. So it's again, all the Josh Allen owners they've drafted him early. They've drafted him early for a reason, and that reason so far is not paying off.
No, he's not been. You have they usually have one good game, one crap game, one good game, crap game. So he might have a good game this week, but yes, against the Jets, so that'll
Yeah,
be a tough one because they're
it's.
pretty good.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He's still going to be a kind of top 5 quarterback, but if you've got Josh Allen, you've pretty much drafted him first. You're expecting him to be the number 1 quarterback, and he's quite
Yeah,
clearly not going to be that this year.
no, it's either first or second round, but yeah. So we'll go on to Division 2.